Good morning, everybody. Here we can start with the introduction to makers. Okay, makers previous lesson. Today we have more. We have um, changers. All right, this is gonna be the block number two. Mm. Let me tell you something. Okay, this new topic or this new block that we are starting with in this second block is gonna be about free economics. It's a new term, something that is happening around the world. You see what I mean? And the main purpose of economics is to change the idea that money is the most important thing in the economy. Okay, the free economics main goals. The main goals of free economics is to establish knowledge as the first thing. Instead of money, we create knowledge. Knowledge, because knowledge can join people. You see, we are working here for a purpose. Okay, we are working here for a purpose, for the purpose of helping others, creating new communities. Okay, establishing connections, and joining people. To be part of the big community that is free economics. All right. Now let me tell you this, because this is the story of Mark Boyle. Right. This is the moneyless man. Right. He's known because he's widely known because he is a person who started. Okay. Started studying. I mean, well, he finished studying his career of business. He was intended to be a very recognized businessman, but something made him change his ideas, his mind, his philosophy, his way of thinking about about the economy, what it should be done. So there was an influencer in his life. There was an influencer in his life, and that influencer is, well, Mahatma Gandhi, right there. Okay, and Gandhi had a specific and famous quote. Okay, famous quote. I guess you are familiar with this quote that is, "Be the change you want to see in the world." Okay, you can see it here. Be the change you want to see in the world. Okay, so well, Mark Boyle, okay, was intended to be a great businessman making lots of money. That was his main idea. Okay, so he studied business, okay, economics, to make money. You see, but then he found out, okay, this idea, this philosophy, this way of seeing the world by Gandhi. Okay, be the change you want to see in the world, and then he started his new he started to live. Okay, he started to live this new way of philosophy thinking. Okay, this great change in his life. Okay, so well, let me show you here the introduction right there. Okay, the introduction is this. Mm, Let me show you here. Well, the questions that we started today are these. Why did you choose your career? Okay, why did you choose your career? And I talked about the difference in studies, okay, studies and career. It is two different terms. In Spanish or in English, studies, of course, they are related to paper, academic achievements. For example, we have bachelor's degree, master's degree. We also have the the master's, PhD, philosophy doctor, post PhDs, etc. So, well, the question was just to know the reason why you chose your career. Of course, you have to start, or some of you started by the studies. You see, some others didn't have to study to start a career. I mean, a career is what you do in the professional life. When you start working, and then I mentioned there how we could make the difference between the changing careers. When somebody says I change career or I have to change career, it's because that person is probably tired, tired of doing the same things every day. The monotony of life could be very, very stressful and also boring, and sometimes it ends up with the idea that your life is worthless, or that you are a useless person because you are only just staying there, sitting in a desk and doing just paperwork. You see, there are many people who have changed their lives. You can see that in different cases, different people, remarkable people that have made a change in their lives, how they started from the bottom, you see, and how it is possible that a person that spent most of his life working for more than 20 years or 15 years in the same company, then one day to the next, from one day to the next, he wakes up in the morning, he sees the sunshine, the smell of a rose, and when he gets to the desk, as it seemed to be a normal life, a normal day, it turns out that he wakes up. You see, if he says, okay, well, why am I here? You see, am I going to stay like this for the rest of my life? You see, and then he starts dreaming, okay, about the perfect world. You see, how it would be like to have it. You see, a life without working long hours, a life without stress, a life without all of this idea or suggestion that we need to work harder to get more, okay, or we need to work longer to get more credit, to spend more. And well, the idea is this, the idea is this, that people can realize that we are not intended to be working in that way for the rest of our lives. Probably we need to do something better. Probably we need to, how can I say, explore our human area, explore what makes us really happy, what fulfills ourselves in a certain way. So, well, this guy, Mark Boyle, is a perfect example because he finds out that by spending his life for a year with no money, this is the introduction you can see here. I'm going to show you right now. Imagine living for a whole year without money, no cash, no credit cards, nothing. How would you manage? Where would you live? What would you eat? Okay, so that's why Mark Boyle, that is exactly what Mark Boyle did. You see, he spent for a year living in this way, and he found out happiness in a certain way. I know that many people won't do the same. Of course, each person has their own methods, you see, to find out happiness. For example, in my case, I've been doing lots of experiments. I've been working in different areas. I've been teaching for more than 10 years. I have learned lots of things from many people's experiences. Every time that I get into a classroom and I start listening to the other people, I start learning as well. So it's it's a compliment, it's when you start giving lessons to the people, when you start having this contact with people, it's not only you giving classes, no, it's like mutual learning. You see, this is one of the most beautiful things in life. You see, and this is what the free economy is about. You see, it's about exchanging knowledge, not only exchanging money, money and time. That is a misconception that we should probably delete from our how can I say, previous knowledge, skills, or something like this. Now, because our background, or the idea, the assumptions that we have that money is time, time is money. Of course, that it is true, but it shouldn't be our main goal in life, because what I'm trying to prove with these courses, or with the contents that I am selecting and giving to the people, is that they find out what really makes them happy. You see, I'm trying to help them in trying to discover together. You know, it's not that I am in the trip by my own. I am with different people traveling to the same journey. You know, and we are going together to the same place, that is finding what really makes us happy. You see, that is the really intention from this block number 2. All right. So well, let's get it. Let's continue here. In this reading, okay, that you're about to see, we have the question. So why did Mark Boyle decide to give up money? You see, one of the reasons that I have, okay, for giving up money is that you really appreciate you really appreciate what is priceless. You see, sometimes you see people saying, having somebody next to you, sharing his or her life along with you is priceless. Having how can I say, the warmth of the family that is next to you, you know, that you wake up in the morning and then you see the sunshine, that is priceless. Spending the night having dinner with the person that you love, it's priceless. Teaching your daughter, teaching your sons, seeing them growing older, seeing them achieving what they want, learning from you, learning from the examples that you give to them is priceless. So what really, how can I say, is worth having in life probably is all of this. You know, it's all of these concepts that we sometimes forget, the little details that we have in life that are priceless. And you can try it for a year no, if you want to, but it's not necessary, I guess, to reach this consciousness about what really makes life beautiful is just to take into account what is there. You see, to be conscious about what you are having in this moment. You see, the time that you are spending with the people you are with, calling them. You see, from time to time, not losing contact with the people that you really love. Show them appreciation in some way, probably by a text message, by sending them a hello message on the WhatsApp, wherever, and trying not to ignore the people who really appreciate you. You see, sometimes we are very busy in the day. We are very busy working and trying to fill out space, that we sometimes forget the people that we really love, and people that love us as well. So, well, the intention of this is that you really be more conscious um, about what really life is about. See, it's about learning and sharing that learning experience with others. You see, and when you start doing this, you really get something in exchange. You get a reward. You see, you get a reward because what you have learned is priceless. So no money can buy you that. See, so what about money? Money gets automatically. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying to all my students there in high school. You see, sometimes some of them are very worried about, how can I say, their parents, because they are living difficult situations nowadays. You know, there are many families here in Mexico that they are struggling with the economy today. In fact, in the conversation lesson that we had today, it was mentioned that in Argentina that there is a crisis over there, no, along with Venezuela, just the same, and that many people are struggling a lot. You know, they cannot live probably as well as you are living now. You see, or probably they don't have the luxury that most of people have here or in other places or in other cities. And then we started watching. Okay, we read this whole information about Mark Boyle and how he had the experience of living with no money okay, for a year. Okay, this is the text. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the next part that we did today. This is the text. Okay, this is the text. You can read the text with the link that I'm going to post here below this video. Okay, you can have the reading over there. And well, I also showed them, you know, I'm gonna play the video right here, the video that we saw in class today. In this video, we can see a very, how can I say, touching example of life, you know, how it is now, and how everything could be different, you know, everything could be different if we changed the assumptions of money. You see how we see money is not the right way, because it's affecting many people. It's the way that we are living now is affecting many people in the world. Many people are suffering, many people are struggling, many people are just dreaming about getting enough money to be rich, you know, working harder every day, working long extra hours, and probably they are sacrificing the most beautiful thing in life, that is the family, you know, and they are sacrificing all of that because of the idea, the conception of the assumption that work is everything, you know, that work will give you happiness, the idea or the assumption that only by working hard can make you happy, or the idea that only by working hard and working extra hours, risking your own life, will give you the opportunities to your family, to your children, to grow up in a better situation. And yes, of course, it can help, you know, but you're sacrificing, you are taking your life, you are taking your health away, you see, and at the same time, you're sacrificing your happiness, you know, for the others. So this is what's happening, and this is the video that I shared in class with my students. Okay, look at this. I'm going to show you right now. Here it is. Let me just look for it. Okay, just take a look at this. All right, take a look at this. Let me see if this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. I called this video. You know, this video doesn't have any title. It's by Discovery Channel. It's from the material I've been teaching for many years. Let me see if I can share the computer screen right now. Okay, it's ready. So I want you to take a look at it. You see, take a look at it, and I'm gonna share my own point of view on this. Okay. So let's get it. Here we go. Here we go.
During the last few decades, economic revolution taken place in China. In Chinese cities, economic regulations have been relaxed, and people are buying, selling, and building to make money. The result is the biggest economic migration in world history, as tens of millions of Chinese move from the country to urban areas in search of wealth and success. Sun Feng came to Shanghai from his village a year ago. He is not alone. Of a population of 20 million, over 3 million people in Shanghai are migrant workers. However, the only job he could find was one of the most dangerous in the city. He is a window cleaner, washing the city's skyscrapers. It is terrifying work. Sun Feng would like to buy a car, but the ones in this showroom are a fantasy for him. He must save the small amount of money he earns to feed his wife and baby daughter back in his home village. High above the Shanghai streets at night, Sun Feng is still hard at work. Many Chinese companies want their windows cleaned at night so that their workers are not disturbed during the day. Sun Feng is unsure about the rich new world full of luxuries he has found in Shanghai. He believes that if China continues to develop economically, the country will lose some of its traditional, simple.
But if everyone wants lots of luxuries, then how much money is enough?
It is the Chinese New Year, and Sun Feng is going back to his village to celebrate. When he left home, his daughter was a baby, and he hasn't seen her for a year. He misses her. It is one of the many sacrifices he has made by moving to Shanghai, following the economic dream of millions of Chinese people, hoping for a better life.
All right. So here in this case, what I made a great emphasis on checking this video, and in many ways, you know, for example, first of all, you know, the idea of accumulating, you know, the idea of accumulating and getting richer. You see, getting richer, no matter the cost, no matter other people's lives. For example, the window cleaners are risking their lives just for the purpose of I can say improving their economical situation. You know, feeding their families. Okay, they are leaving their place. You know, they are leaving their towns to go to the city in a certain way, in search for better opportunities. When they got there, they see that the city is just offering, yes, of course, the opportunity, the job. Okay, they give you the job, but at the same time, they taking from you the most valuable thing, that is your happiness and your family. And well, he mentioned something very, very important in this video. There's something that is mentioned, that is how much is enough. You know, how much money, how much luxury is enough for people in the city. You see, it's amazing how people accumulate lots of things, and you see the contrast. You see out there, it is not necessary that you go to the rural areas to see the precarious conditions in which they are living. You know, and in the city, we just don't appreciate. You see, for example, water. You know, for example, what else? Um, the sweet flavor of fruit. You see, juice, the quality of air, the community touch, the touch of people. You see, sometimes in the city, everybody is just very busy on their own, that they don't look at you, and they not even say hello to you when you just walking by the street. Of course, no. Everybody is just thinking on their own, thinking what they are going to do, thinking about themselves, and that is the difference that you can see in the little towns and the big cities, just like this. And at the same time, you can see how people in the city are just blocked. You know, we are just focused on one thing. We are just focused on the rat race. Many people will call it like that. You know, the rat race. You know, working harder, longer hours. You know, getting older without even noticing. Getting more stressed every day because you want to improve your work, because you want to be useful for the company, And what happens when you get older? What happens when you get older? Well, if you're working for a company, I don't think this company see you as a available person, just like probably a member of your family can see you. You see, I don't think companies I don't think companies really appreciate you the same way your family can appreciate you. So the conclusion I can tell you here on this block number 2 is to see life in a wider way, you know, in a more complete way, in a 365 degrees, you know. You have your family, you have your own space, you have your own goals, and at the same time you have your country, you have your city, you have the world. You see, many people are affected by the decisions we take every day. We don't even notice it, but it's there, you know. We are connected in a certain way, and if you start thinking in the right way, if you start thinking in a certain way, it gets contagious, you know. It gets contagious, and probably you can make other people feel alive, and wake up from this this reality that is probably not working well enough. You see, many distractions are out there. We need to focus on the idea of changing people's assumptions that having money or creating or spending our lives in search of money will improve our lives. It improves part of our lives, but not completely. So we need to find the root. You know, we need to find the the main point. You know, the in English there's a term that is called what is the name here? The the cornerstone. The cornerstone, right there. We need to find the cornerstone, the essential thing in life that is probably consciousness and love for what you are doing, appreciation, knowledge, and to share it, you know, share it, you know. Welcome to the free economy, okay? The free economy is out there and probably is gonna take over in the following years, you know, the free economy. I guarantee you that it's gonna be a trending topic in the upcoming years. All right. So well, hope that you have liked. This is the introduction to free economics. Okay, free economics. Very very interesting. Okay, let me say hello. I hope that you have liked this video and you have liked the content that I have here. And well, we have many more. We have many more programs. We have many more contents upcoming from the sessions right there. If you want to be part of this community, well, it's not a community for the moment, but we are taking place. We're taking place at COLLAB Plus, right? So we'll see you then. Okay. Have a nice weekend, and well, hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.